Hi, everyone. Greetings to you over there in social media land. Welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed. How are you doing on this Friday and Saturday? So we 2 days in one. Buy one, get one free. That's the holiday weekend, you know. Yes, that is the holiday weekend where we buy one, get one free. So, yes, it is Friday and it is Saturday. My goodness, what kind of goodness is this? What kind of goodness we have when we have 2 days in one? It's buy one, get one free. You know, I like sales price. If you do like sales, yeah. If you like to have nice sale price and things, then hey, go on out there and buy one, get one free. You never know the deal that you're gonna get. Indeed, I like me some good deal. I love when I go to the store, I see a good deal and all that good stuff. So yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome. Listen, we are in season 9. We are in season 9 of the Question Live show. My goodness, I want to thank you so very much. Come on now. I want to thank you so very much that we are starting September 1st. That's season 9. Yeah. Yes. And it's because of you. It is because of you while I could sit here and say it is so long. I remember when I just started out and we didn't even have a season. It was just a start. It was just something that I saw. I'm broken faith. And I was like, let me take the leap of faith with my wings all clipped. I'm like, oh, what am I doing to myself? But how many of you know that sometimes we do things, it's not really about you. When we do things, it is about what God assigned us to do. So Lord, so it's not really about me, absolutely not. When I think about it, I'm like, it's not really about me. I just show up and just do what I do, what I love to do, my passion and all my purpose and all that great stuff indeed. So yes, indeed, I want to welcome you to the Christian Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. That is me. Yes, it is moi. I want to welcome you. Oh, good. So now listen, if this is your first time tuning in, you came in on the right time, darling. You came on season 9. Yeah. So if this is your first time tuning in, I want to say welcome by putting your name in the comment section and wave to us. Let us know it is your first time. Because why? First timers, Lord knows they get some special welcome up in here. They get special welcome. So put in the comment section that it is your first time. And for those who are returning, I say second, third, fourth, and whatever it is, you are a returning audience. I would like to welcome you indeed. Because when you show up, we show up together. And together we are stronger. Together we'll make a better community and a better world. That is the whole purpose of us being here, is to work together. We are all going on this journey, a journey that we call success, and we all want a success story. And let me just inform you here tonight that no one person can succeed by themselves. Absolutely not. Right now, for those who are really defining their success story, they did not get there by themselves. Whether you are the wealthiest person in the world or not, you did not get there by yourself. Somebody got here with you. Somebody helped you along the way. So that is the whole purpose here, that if you have a story, a book, a work in progress, come on in so we can build together, so we can grow together, but most of all, support each other. We are here to support each other. So why? We can build our success story together. So with that said, I just want to let you know first time, because those who return, they already know. First timers, we do have some rules here. Absolutely, we do have some rules sitting right here. Don't you worry when I say rules. Don't let it make your heart flutter or your mind scatter, because I say rules. Rules are everywhere. Everywhere you go, whether I come to my house, I go to your house, you go to church, you go to school, you go to mass, you go to the synagogue, you go to the temple, you just go around the entire world. There are rules. Some we abide by, some we break, some we like, some we like, whatever. But it is okay. Here on the Christian Life Show, we have a few of them. When I say a few, how many? Let's count them together. Those who are returning. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Only 5 rules. We have only 5 rules, and I call them house rules. Yes, indeed, I call them house rules. So we do have house rules here. And they, I gotta go get my container. I just took my container for it. Now, what are they? If you are watching me and your name is in the audience in the chat, and I acknowledge you, I see you in the audience, and I spotlight your name on the screen. All I'm asking, that's even when you're in the live audience. All I ask you to do is just go over there. 1, 2, 3, right there. You see the share button. Click that share button and invite someone else to come on in and dine with us. You see, sharing the live is like yummy, yummy, yummy. Like sharing fresh food that just come off the stove or out the oven, the one that your mama cooked, the one that don't become your favorite meal. Yes, indeed. indeed. And favorite meal, Lord, you would like to share that, even if you share just the ingredients. My mama told me it is not good to withhold food from anyone. So if you got some good food, share it with somebody. Share it with somebody. Now, if you are watching this or listening to this and somewhere your name is in there, and most likely, guess what? Most likely you're watching the replay. So just hashtag replay in the comment section and let us know what is it that you learned, because we would like for you to learn a thing or two, because what? We are a teaching and learning space. We are students and teachers at the same time. So when you come on in, you might learn a thing or two. Yes, indeed. And when you learn something, you share it, and then we just go accordingly. So now, if you're watching the replay, go over there, right there again. You see that share button. When you see that share button, click that share button and invite somebody else to come on in the room and dine with you. You see, sometimes it's just not good to eat alone. You see, when you do that, when you share that, it's like sharing leftover food. And some leftover food do taste good and yummy. Why? Because it's like the food is cooking 2 times. And the season is soaked up in there. And it's like, fully marinated, and you're good to go. So you would like to share that as well. So yes, so that is just rule number 1. Share the live or share the replay, because somebody will watch, somebody will look, somebody will listen, somebody will read the comments and learn a thing or two. Yes. So let's go to number 2 rule. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, maybe a piece of feather, whatever it is that you write with, that is fine. But if you have a piece of feather, you need some ink or spray to dip it in and to scribble away. When you do that, what you want to do, you want to grab yourself a notepad or a notebook, a piece of paper or a notepad to write on. And if you don't have any of such, simply mean you are watching me from an electronic device, because you are not in the studio with me. So you are watching me from an electronic device. And if you are doing so, instead of that, it's called, there's a blank section in there. It's called the notepad section, or just open Word and write some notes in there. And if by any chance you are watching me from an electronic devices and you do have another one for your cell phone, go in there. There is a notepad section in there. And besides, you can just go in there and what? Open your phone and text back to yourself. Now you must be asking, Verona, what is it that you are telling us to write down and text back all the stuff? Good, because the show is called the Question Live Show. So the show is called the Question Live Show. Simple means that is a question. And as your host, I am at liberty to answer you. Yes, indeed. So guess what? Let me tell you, let me give you the answer. You see, here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Yes, indeed, for a couple of reasons. When we write things down, we're extracting the very thoughts out of our head, and we are putting them on paper. And now the paper is looking back at us as reality, and when things are looking back at us, it will manifest a little bit faster. Yes, indeed. And this is why a lot of people create vision board, because they look at it and it's looking back at them, and there's an energy, there's a vibration hitting. So it bounces back on you, and now you'll be able to see exactly what is it that you would like to manifest. So write things down. Now, another reason why I encourage you to write things down, because when you write one word, that one word turns into a sentence and sentences and so forth. And when it turns into a sentence, what happens? Those sentences become paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And those paragraphs equal also pages and pages and pages and pages. And as a result of all those pages, you might just end up with a book and become what? A published author. You see, we as writers, we like to write our own story, and then we attempt to write your story. But it's not as effective as you writing your own story, because everyone must be able to tell their own story in their own voice, in their own way. So now I encourage you to write them, because now we all got a story deep down inside of one or two or maybe five story deep inside of us. And when we extract those stories, what happens? Those stories can become a strategic way for somebody to get through a situation, or it might just be a part of a solution for somebody to get through a circumstance. So we would like to share our story with somebody so we could help them along the way. Yes? Good. We like to do that. We are sharers and carers. So let me say that. When I said to share the life, I want to let you know that cliche, they say sharing is caring. Well, no. Sharing is not just caring and all that is. It is a part of our DNA. Sharing is a part of our DNA. Caring is a part of our DNA. So we want to combine those two together and become great sharers of the world and great carers of the world. We want to care about people. We want to care about people's life. We want to care about people's story. We want to care. So when we share our story, now we become carers of the world. And when we care, we will share. Yes, indeed. So now, as we talk about that, let's go to the next one, which I don't have my container. But grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, white tea, or just soda, popsicle porridge, smoothie, shake, soup, broth, whatever you drink. I say, put in the comment section that you are drinking something. Yes, indeed. And let me just tell you, so I'm not telling you to put what you are drinking because I want to be nosy. Absolutely not. No, I don't want to be nosy. What will happen when you put that you are drinking something? It is a form of celebration. Here on the Question Live Show, we like to celebrate. Whether it is your small win or your big win, we like to celebrate. So yes, if you do have something to celebrate, maybe it is your birthday, your anniversary, you found out you're pregnant, you just having a baby, baby just graduated, baby just got here, baby's walking, baby's talking, baby just whatever, your child graduated from school, your child going to school, your child went to a new grade, all this good stuff. You just graduated, you just developed yourself a little bit more. We like to celebrate you. So when I say put what you're drinking, raise your glass, cup, spoon, whatever, bowl, whatever you're drinking from, we raise it together. And when we raise it together, it is a form of support. Yes? So guess what happened? I don't have my container today because my container is somewhere. I don't have my container today, but I like to recommend that we drink water. I recommend water. Yes, indeed, for a couple of reasons. And when you drink water quench your thirst, flush the body, and flush the body of toxins. I'm not no medical doctor, but I know a thing or two. Education is not only key, education is my key. So listen, it flushes the body of toxins, so drink up your water. And another reason why I am a believer, and I believe in miracle. And Jesus is the best miracle as he done turn water into wine, darling. He turned water into wine. He went to some wedding, and the wedding going on, and they're like, listen, why y'all up in here just have plain old water? Let's get the celebration going on. And Jesus wanted to have a big celebration, so he just like, listen, bring me some water up in here. So yes, he done turned the water up into wine, darling. It's like, listen, we gonna drink up in here. We gonna have some feast up in here. How could you be having a feast without your wine? So he turned some water up into wine. And when he did that, honey, what happened? Boom, party going, party. Maybe the wedding was on a Friday or, maybe it was a weekend wedding. I'm like, we gonna party. And just like, we gonna party up in here. And they party themselves out, honey. Yes, indeed. So grab up your whatever you're drinking and let's go. Now listen here, with all that drinking, what will happen? If you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right, to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, Go now and then come right back and grab your seat right here on the Question Live Show. Yes, indeed. Why? Because your seat is reserved. It is reserved with your name on it. That's why you, anywhere you go, and it says reserved, your name is on that seat. But here, not only that your name is on the seat, it is your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talents, your purpose, your purpose, your destiny, your passion is there. And not only that, inside of all of that is your greatness. Why? Because greatness is inside of us. And because greatness is inside of us, we want to extract those greatness. And when we extract those greatness, what would happen? We will create great things. And we are great people. So when we say, I am great, simply mean I have the mentality to create great things. So let us get that mentality together that we can create great things if we just tell ourselves and believe that we are great beings. We were created with greatness inside of us, and when we expel those greatness out, we are great out here. Good. So listen, ladies. Everywhere we go, there's always a line to our bathroom. So if you are outside and there's a line to your bathroom, scooch on over to that side and like, excuse me, sir, can I use the bathroom real quick? Because I got to go back to the Question Live Show. Yes, and when you come back, if there's no seat, put your bottom on the floor and sit down there. Why? Because there's always a position for you. There's always a position in this life for you to fill. So even when you get somewhere and they say there's no seat around the table for you, you said not to worry. I walk in my folding chair, or I could sit right here on the floor. Sit and learn. Sit and study. Sit and listen. Sit and listen. Yes, indeed. So good. And listen to me. If you are in your house and there's a line to your bathroom, we need to talk. Because we need to find out why there's a line to your bathroom. Thank you, finally. Now here's the baby rule. If I say something to you, if I say something here and it resonates with you, whether it touch your heart or touch your mind, put in the comment section yes. Yes simply means that we are aligning with each other. We are going on the same path. Yes simply means that you are supporting what is happening here. Yes simply means that when I say something and you say yes, we are holding a conversation. Why? Because this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. And a dialogue is a conversation between you and I. Just the same way our mind holds a conversation between our heart, and they're going back and forth. They're going back and forth. It's the same thing between you and I. We want to hold a conversation where we go back and forth, back and forth. So yes, it's just the first start of our conversation, saying, yes, Verona, I am here. And again, it is a form of support saying that I am with you. So good. Now that we established that, let me go on about my business and start up the show. Because tonight's show, we are going to talk about how to create a routine. What a routine? What kind of routine are we talking about? What kind of routine are we talking about? We are talking about a rise up routine. How to rise up. How to rise up in the morning, how to rise up mentally, how to rise up emotionally, spiritually, financially, how to rise up socially. We need to rise up. Yes, indeed. And you see, I talk about being conscious. We want to rise up mentally because when we are doing things consciously, it is our mental state of mind that we want to work on. So when we work on our mental state of mind, it causes us to make conscious decisions. And this is the time where we need to make conscious decisions. What is a conscious decision? It's about going in, learning, unlearning the very things that we're taught that is not benefiting us right now. Sometimes we have to relearn the very thing that we're taught. Why? So we can learn new things to benefit us, to push us a little bit further into our own purpose, our own destiny, our own passion. We want to utilize our passion. We just don't want to sit there because someone told us something. Because you said it, no, that don't always make it correct. We want to learn for ourselves because we are individual. And because we are individual, we want to relearn something to learn something again. Yes, indeed. So we want to relearn something so we can go on and make solid decisions. It's about making solid decisions based on your passion, based on your purpose, based on your destiny. If you don't know your passion, this is a time to think critically of what your purpose is. The first thing I would like to say for you to do is to stop for a second and ask, who am I? When we want to know what's our purpose, if we have not discovered our purpose yet, this is your procedure. This is how you start. You stop, you breathe, you feel the heart going. You're like, yes, I love to work on this, I love to do that. But you ask yourself this question, who am I? Yes, ask yourself, who am I? And when you ask yourself, who am I? Then you ask the other question, why am I here? And when you ask yourself that question, you go to the next question. Whose am I? And you got 3 questions to answer. When you answer those 3 questions, those 3 questions are simply saying to you that you really want to know why you are here. You really want to discover your purpose, because so many people die, fill up the grave, make the grave rich. Why? Because they just did not discover their purpose. Maybe because they didn't know that there is a tool, there is a strategic way to do this, there is a skill of how to discover this. So they just waste all their talents, waste all their gifts, suffocate all of that, went in the grave, and voila, they gone. And then voila, the grave is now rich, swinging with their gifts and talent, just dancing with their gifts and talent, and they're cold, rotten, they're gone. We don't want to be in that position to make the grave rich when we know that inside of us we got gifts and we got talents. When we discover our gifts and our talent, because your gifts were sewn onto your DNA. We were born with gifts. We didn't develop gifts. We were born with gifts. We developed talents. Why? Because those talents got extracted from the very gifts that are sewn onto our DNA. When we talk about passion, where is your passion? Your passion is that gift. The gift is sitting there like a bowl, and the passion is sitting there in there. So you start picking out. You start picking out one by one. You start picking them out. And you say, oh, I like to do this. Oh, I like to help somebody. Oh, I like to talk. Oh, I like to sing. Oh, my goodness. And then your passion and the talent, they start joining together like, but where it came from? The gift. Gift 1, gift 2, you have many gifts. We could have so many gifts rolling around, rolling, because what? We have the power to open those gifts. And when we open them, you see that our talents won't go to waste, our passion won't go to waste, and our gift definitely won't go to waste. So now we want to talk about how to create a routine to rise up out of our mental coma, our comatose mental state of mind. We want to talk about that. So we want to build a routine of how to rise up and change how we are doing things. Oftentimes, we find ourselves doing the same routine every single day. The same routine every day. We get up, we know what time we're getting up, we get up, we this, we rush off to work, with that, we do brush our teeth, we brush our hair, we comb our hair, we fluff our curls, we put on our makeup, we put on our jewelry, and we have the same routine. And if we are 50, we are doing the same routine for 50 years. If we are 60, we are doing the same routine for 60 years. If we are 10, we are doing the same routine for 10 years. Whatever age we are doing the same routine all these years. But after a while, those routines just put you in a comfort zone. We want to come out of our comfort zone. We want to rise up out of our comfort zone. So are you ready to come out of your comfort zone? Because in the comfort zone, we become lazy. This is what I'm talking about. We become comatose in our comfort zone. So we want to rise up out of our comfort zone so we can make conscious decisions, because the decision that we are making while we're in our comfort zone, it is called laziness. It is called laziness because we're so used to. You see, I watched a video or I heard, how about we take whatever hand we have that we brush our teeth with, how about we try something different by using the opposite hand and try to brush our teeth? And you see, you train your brain, you train your mind to adapt to something different. And that is how you will rise up. We cannot rise up until we adapt to change. Change is a part of the process. We have to come out of the comfort zone. So change is a part of the process. So we have to wrap our mind around change so we can know that we can manage change. We can come out of the comfort zone, not using this. If we sit there, take your hand, put the hand over here, take this hand, put over here, take your hand and put it in the back of your head, take your hand and crisscross. Whatever you want to do, that is not the norm. We want to come out of the norm. We want to rise up out of the norm. So when we rise up out of the norm, we will make conscious decisions. Conscious decision is needed at this very moment. So we want to start lifting the cover of this unconscious state of mind. So what we can make conscious decision. Oftentimes you hear society say that, think outside of the box. Think outside of the box. Audience, there's no box. That's an illusion. It's an illusion of when we're thinking outside of the box. If we're saying think outside of something, simply means we are saying in an invisible language that there is something. If I said think outside of your community, there is a community. So if you're saying think outside of the box, there is a box. So it's called an invisible box. But what about if we come to the term that we train our brain, If we train our brain to think critically, knowing that if we think without no box, there's no limitation to what we can achieve. There's no limitation to our expectation. There's no limitation to our goals. There's no limitation to our potential. There's no limitation to what we are doing and what we are saying. There's no limitation. There's no boundary. Because a box, this is a box. A box is like four corners. So if we're thinking in the box, out the box, we're thinking on the four corners of the box. So when we start thinking outside of the box, because there's no box, thinking outside, when we think outside, free like a bird, free like a butterfly, it is where we now start thinking globally. Think outside, thinking globally, away from you, away from your family, away from your community. You're thinking globally. You're thinking with more compassion. You're thinking away from selfishness. So when we do this, there are a couple ways that we are going to do this tonight. There are a couple ways that we are going to do this tonight, and we are going to just go around. Let me see, maybe 6, 7 ways that we are going to create a new routine of how to rise up and tap into this greatness that we have inside of us and create great things. Because when we are creating great things, there's no boundaries to create great things. That is what we do. So there are no boundaries to such things. So let us dive into some of those ways that we can create something, a new routine of how to rise up. For one, this is the thing that we have to do. When we rise up, let us build a routine to give back. If we rose, simply mean that we become more aware. Now we are very much aware of where we are. We're very much aware of how we got where we are. We're very much aware that something transpired, something took place. We had an awakening moment. When we talk about an awakening, you hear the light bulb went off. Yes, we are at the place of awakening. And for those who are at a place of awakening and you got somewhere where you have risen above, where your mental state of mind was, give back. Give back. Build up a routine of how to give back. Give back to the community. Go in your community and share in the community. You came from somewhere, didn't you? So if you came from somewhere, go back in there and help 5 people. You know, I talk about 5. Because if we can do 5 things, 5 is just one hand. If we can do 5 things, help 5 people, speak 5 things about ourselves, 5 good things about ourselves, speak positively 5 times. If we can read something 5 times, listen, 5. For those who are in the position of abundance, of great wealth, of greatness, come back and just I don't know how you say come back. Just go into the community that raised you. Go into the community and pick 5 people. 5. Let's pick 5 people and bless those 5 people. Just go and just replenish the community. Replenish the community. That is all it takes. Go and replenish the community. 5 people at a time. It is just that simple. Abundance is just not given to us because we want to be in abundance. Everybody's striving to have abundance. Everybody's striving to have more than what they were born into. Everybody. But if we got to the point of abundance and somebody else is trying, just reach a hand. Just like here's my hand. Reach a hand and replenish the community that you were born in. This is why I'm trying to tell you that we have to relearn the very things to learn new things. Replenish the community. That's all it takes. Find 5 ways to do that. Find 5 people. Find 5 ways. Find 5 things. Just find 5 ways to replenish the community. If it's for 5 people, then that's great. Just first, just go back to the community. Just go in the community and they say, give back. Just give back. It is not that much. Just build a routine around that. Build a routine around giving back to your community. Good. That's number 1. Same thing I'm going to say. It's just a different word. Share. You hear talk about sharing is caring, but that sounds so cliche. Sharing is a part of our DNA. Share what you have. If you have a cup and a saucer and the cup is flowing over with tea and juice or whatever you have in there, you hear tell about what you're drinking. If that is flowing over and it's flowing, serve from whatever the overflow simply means you have abundance. So when we share from our overflow, somebody else won't be in lack. Somebody else won't be in desperation. Somebody else won't be in poverty. Somebody else won't be poor. Somebody else won't be going to their bed hungry. Somebody else won't be sitting there crying like, I can't feed my children. Somebody else will say, I can't send my child to school. Somebody else will be sitting there saying, thank you. Share. Share. It is created in us. It is in our DNA. It is running through our veins. There's nowhere under the sun that will wake up and we are not supposed to share. We got up every single day. God woke us up every day to share. What? God is sharing with us. He's sharing a brand new day with us. So if he's sharing a brand new day with us, guess what happened? He said that we have the capacity to share. The capacity to share. Got a cup of water? Hey, give me a spoon of your cup of water. You see, I grew up, many of you who've been here, you heard my story. I grew up on a farm with a lot of siblings, honey, a lot. But I was told that my family was the poorest of them all, the poorest in the entire community. But I didn't know that. I had no idea. Why? because my parents, they were sharers. They cared about the community. They cared about somebody who didn't have anything. So what would happen? When my mother, who was such a great cook, when she prepared that meal, she prepared enough to know that somebody might just be passing this gate. Somebody gonna come get some. So if I have extra and nobody, she never believed that somebody was not coming. My mother had a thing that whatever she prepared, somebody else is coming for dinner. Somebody else is coming for dinner. And she shared with the community. So how did they define them as the poorest? I don't know. No, they're going off to glory. Never have no chance to ask them, why would they define them as the poorest? When all I knew was seeing them sharing. All I saw was my parents sharing. Our family got extended along the community. We had many siblings, but we had many adopted siblings. This one was sister, that one was brother. So we had that mentality growing up. I had that. So yes, it is in our DNA. So when you even share from your little bit, just the little bit that you have, you see that you say blessed. You will never be depleted when you share even from your little bit. But when you have abundance and you share from that abundance, you will see that somebody else, you will see that greatness that is inside of you, it starts bubbling over, and you start sharing that with somebody else. You will see a child smile. You will see that a mother is smiling, a father is smiling. You see that our whole community is being replenished. Our job is to replenish the earth. We are responsible to replenish the earth. And for us to replenish the earth, it is for us to share. Share, share, share. Just like I said, share the lives, I said share. Now the next one is we want to build a routine around discipline. We want to discipline ourselves of how we get up. You see, we discipline ourselves all the time. Because when we are disciplining ourselves, it's something that we create. We create discipline. You hear them talk about self-discipline. It's something that we create. Just like you get up in the morning, you got to discipline yourself to get up, to make breakfast, or to get the children ready for school, to get to your job on time, to get to your job and be dedicated to the job. So it's a discipline. When we lack discipline, now we can't become sharers because, no. We don't want to lack discipline. We want to develop our discipline. Discipline to change up routine. Discipline of how we show up. Discipline of how we present. How we take action. Discipline. Discipline is very important. You know, most likely when we say discipline, we're talking about parents discipline their children by, you getting time out, you getting a spanking. No. Discipline is mental. We want to discipline ourselves mentally of how we will show up. Right now, I discipline myself that every single day I am here. When I'm not here, then I'm going to have to put a note that I won't be able to stream. But I discipline myself to show up every single day on this live. So now it becomes a part of me that, oh my God, I'm not alive. No, I have to be alive because it is a form of discipline. Discipline is not about you just telling the child to go in the corner, or discipline, you're telling the child like you did something so you're going to be in punishment. No, discipline is a mentality that we must go through life exercising. It is a part of the routine to achieve something new. If you don't discipline yourself, maybe you get $10. You squander it. When you squander that $10, guess what happened? Now you're sitting there, you're lacking. Now you're going to have to find a way to get another $10. You see, going to school, growing up, we used to get maybe like $5. Anybody know? We get like $5 for lunch money. I don't know what happening now. I don't know how much money children are getting, but I used to get $5 for my lunch money. $5. Anybody can relate to that. You can raise your hand, wave, say me. But I used to get $5 for my lunch money. $5 every day. Now it's up to me to develop self-discipline, how I'm going to spend that $5. See? So now, let's see what's going to cost $1, what's going to this. So I used to develop such great discipline that I'm like, I'm going to save from this $5, right? So I was going to save. So how was I going to save? I'm going to buy me a 25-cent bag of chips, honey, and a 50-cent juice. No, y'all know, I know I'm not the only one that did that. A 50-cent bottle of juice and a 25-cent a potato chips or corn chips or something, a pack of something. So I'm only going to use up maybe 75 cents out of my $5 for the day. Now what happened? I got extra, honey. I got me some money because I'm going to start saving a little bit from that. But if I didn't have discipline, $5 is done, because what? I'm going to believe my parents going to give me another $5 tomorrow. So now what happened? When you have that discipline, you don't know what you're going to get tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow come your parents like, I ain't got no $5. But guess what happened now? You discipline so much that you can go back into your $4.25 and spend a little bit, another 25 cents, and buy another bag of chips, and then you're good to go. Discipline is important, yes indeed. And I want to go into another way of building another routine. Another way to build this routine, we want to develop forgiveness. Let us develop forgiveness. When we develop a sense of forgiveness, let us take this as a routine that every day somebody might do you wrong. Somebody might do you wrong every single. Listen, somebody does wrong to you all the time. We get somebody step on our toe. We get somebody like wrong us. We get somebody scam us. We get somebody this. Somebody's always doing something against us. Always. This is the life. So every single day, we got to develop the routine of how to forgive. We got to get inside of our heart. We talked about this last night of how we get inside, that what we get inside comes out, and how it comes out is by our action. So when we go inside and we forgive those who trespass against us, those who trespass against us, you see that we want to develop that routine every day. Every day. It's not that, I'm going to forgive you today, and then tomorrow I'm not going to forgive you. If we forgive today, we just might have to forgive tomorrow the same person. And the same person, and like 7 times. How many times should I forgive my brother? 7 times, 7 times, 7 times, 7 times, another 7. So when we develop this routine of forgiving somebody 7 times, 7 times, 7 times, 7, 7, 7, 7 times, you see, life will be a little bit better. Somebody will wrong us along the way, because that is the part of life. But when they do, and we develop the routine of forgiveness, we will have a better mentality of making better decisions, of becoming conscious that unforgiveness is a part of the process. Unforgiveness will get us into a clear state of mind. We want to make clear decisions. When we are clear on our decision, you see that the path is a little bit better for us. It goes a little bit smoother. Life is not easy. I will not sit here and tell that life is easy and you're going to have a handy-dandy, happy-go-lucky life. No. Nobody's life is perfect every day. We are not happy-go-lucky every day. There's always something shifting us out of our mental state, our emotional state, our physical state. There's always something shifting us. So no, forgiveness routine is important, that we come into alignment with this and we forgive. Forgive those who trespass against us. Forgive us, Lord. Please forgive them who trespass against us. Yes, indeed. And while we are asking for forgiveness and we are creating forgiveness, we need to develop patience. What is patience? Patience is just that we sit in waiting. Even when things look wrong, no matter what, we got to develop patience. As a mother, I had to develop patience, know that I was pregnant with my daughter, and I have to develop patience to know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. 9 months I'm carrying a human being inside of my body. And I have to develop patience to carry this child for 9 months. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what you look like. Oh my God. Patience. And when we don't have patience, this is exactly what we do. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know, like you do the people dance. I can't wait. I can't wait. That is what happens when we don't have patience. Let us create a routine of how to have patience. Sit still, no matter what. When you've done all that you can do, I'm just going to sit and wait. Because when we have patience, you know what happens? We will be rewarded bountifully. Bountifully. So let us create a routine around being patient. Being patient. Lord knows that God is patient with us. Because many of us try to find our purpose. And God is like, it's in front of you. It is in front of you. It is in front of you. Just look. Stay focused right there. No, we look to the side. We look to the left. We look over there. We look at the other person achieving. We do all of that. And we get distracted because what? We're losing our focus. And when we are losing our focus because we don't have patience, because we want to get this done now. And we pick up a mentality. I usually define that mentality like a bulldog mentality. Just going. We don't want to develop that mentality, because when we develop that mentality, not being patient, we rush into things. And when we rush into things and that thing crash, and when things crash and we develop chaos, we start saying, God, we start calling out to God. Let us take our time. We don't gotta rush. Patience. Let us develop a routine of patience. Every day we get up, let us have a little patience with the children, with the household, with the community, with the office, with this. Let us develop this form of patience. We create an entire routine. How? We're going to sit down and we're going to have patience with ourselves first. Verona, it is okay for you to go at your own pace. Verona, you don't got to rush with everybody. Verona, it is okay. You don't got to go fast. I'll tell you another story about when I was growing up. Many of you hear the story before, that I was that girl that always come in first, always a top student in my class. I was top grader student, always top. And I always rush, work hard, do all of these things. But I wasn't really a rush. I was just an intelligent little girl. Brilliant. And I always came first. And then when I look, and then one year somebody came first and somebody became the top student in class, I rushed after that student like, how dare you come first? I was always coming first. So you see, when we rush into things, rush to make decisions, rush to go after something, it can become chaotic. So what happened? I rushed after that girl and said, oh, dare you? How dare you come first? But how dare me approach her with her ability to be the top student? How dare me tell her that she's not entitled to be first? How dare me telling her that she did not work harder that year to be top student? How dare me? So we want to have little patience with ourselves. So let us build a routine. First routine that we got to build is with ourselves. Go within ourselves, see how much our heart is racing. Our heart go racing. So when we have a little bit patient, we get up every day and we're getting anxious and we're getting overwhelmed. What happened? We develop some patience and we sit back, take a deep breath and breathe. No, I'm not rushing today. Many of us who take public transportation rush for the bus, rush for the train. But if we just have a little bit more patience and just go accordingly. Let me just go. They say stop and smell the roses, stop and smell the coffee, just go. just a little bit slower. Go at your own pace, right? Go at your own pace. Yes, indeed. And when we do that, the next one I want to say, the next way that we can develop and create a routine to rise up is to be adventurous. Be adventurous, because now when you become patient, now you get to be adventurous, because now you're walking around and it's a smell of coffee. But I'm saying you're going to hear the birds chirping. You're going to see the butterfly flying by. You're going to see the plane. The plane is not really too high above your head. Go through the garden. Sit underneath a tree. Look up on the tree. Look at the tree. Get the leaf. Feel the leaf. Just study things. Be adventurous. Come out of the comfort zone. Listen. Jump in the rain. Dance in the rain. Play in the rain. Splish, splash. Just be adventurous. Hey, cut her hair red. Be adventurous. It's like taking good risks, honey. When we are adventurous, is when we are taking good risks. Take risks. Honey, come on in here. Wear some blue hair. Listen, I was outside today. No, true story. I was outside today at the post office. And oh my God, there was the teller sitting there. And I saw, I was not going to her. I was going to the other one. But my eye went that way. And when I looked, I was like, oh, she did this. She did her hair, two sides. One blonde, one black. And I was like, oh, whoa. That's what you call taking good risk on yourself. Be adventurous, and you see that when you are adventurous, you get more excited about your future. When we are adventurous, our future says, yay! Our futures are futures is not a pluralized word. Our future is waiting and getting excited for us. So we should get excited. Like, woo, 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 woo. Skip. You know, if you're up in age and you can double dutch and skip and do all that stuff, go and get that skipping rope and do some jumping jacks, some skip, double dutch, whatever you got to do, honey. Listen, just get on in there and be adventurous. Go play with some children. Go read some book with some children. Go on the street and like, hey, let's play pass a cake, baker's man. Just be adventurous. Just do something that you never did before. Do something, honey, that you never did before. That you never thought that you would do. Just be adventurous, and you see that you have a new set of joy, a new set of excitement. So jump on in there. Go and be adventurous. Be like the discovery people. Discover something new. Hey, how about this? How about you be adventurous by going on a trip that you never had before? Don't do the same routine going to the same place all the time. There's no fun in that. There's fun in being adventurous. There's fun. Go run up and down the street with a dog or something. But how about this? How about you take a trip somewhere? When we start thinking adventures, we want to think about our imagination. We want to tap into our imagination, right? And when we start tapping into our imagination, let your imagination take you to a place. Bring back your childlike spirit. Bring it back into full alignment with your spirit man. Let your spirit man be aligned. And when your spirit man is aligned, you see that your imagination, get your childlike spirit out, and you start imagining the very things that you imagine as a child. And if you're a child right now, just keep on imagining things, because no matter where we are in life, there's always imagination going. Imagine the very things that you would love to do that will create such joy bubbling over. Imagine that thing and do it. Yes, do it. Imagination. Your imagination is yours, darling. It is not mine. I can just imagine doing something. Like when I get off here, I can imagine me doing something extraordinary. We are not extraordinary people. We just like to, I'm just an ordinary person that like to do extra things. I'm just extra. Anybody who knows me will know that I'm just extra, darling. I am just extra. So what happened? I'm just an ordinary person. I'm just ordinary. Total ordinary person that I like to do extra things. So guess what happened? Now I become extraordinary. And that's what, that is a part of being adventurous. So with that said, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Listen here, even if you're tuning and you just peep through the windows from the back, wherever you are that you tune in, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Your one little view makes a difference, and it is a form of support. Without you supporting me, we are just gonna be here. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for tuning in. If you're feeling shy, if you don't want to put your name in the comment section, that's fine, because sometimes I do get shy too. But just go out there and be adventurous and be that person who changed the normal routine. Because why? You can. Thank you so much for being here. It is time for us to rise up. Let us rise and raise the level of consciousness. Why? Because we can. We can, and it is so needed. Thank you. See you on the next go around, which is tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye.